everybody, it's Dennis again. So I'm going to continue on my practices for a more sober life that's filled with peace and trying to shoot for the joy of living. And this helps you, I think, it helped me get through some difficult times with difficult people or just getting past yourself. So I did 1, 2, and 3 already, which was principles over personalities. Your opinion of me is none of my business. And 3 was you are responsible for your own happiness. That was in the last video. This video, number 4 of those, we did 1, 2, and 3. Now we're doing number 4. It is an unreasonable expectation for you to think somebody else is going to change. Now this is, you have lots of people who are in love or they're falling in love and you just need to change them a little bit and then they're perfect. It is unreasonable to think anybody's going to change. And it's kind of a sad thing to say because you really want people to change for the better. Sometimes you just want them to change to make you feel better. But people, honestly, people only change when they absolutely have to, or when, they agree to, this is a change I need to make. Sometimes somebody will start losing weight and they've made a real profound change in their diet and exercise. That doesn't happen that often. It might happen temporarily, but it doesn't happen very often where somebody makes a profound change in their life. And for you to expect somebody else to change is an unreasonable expectation. This also ties in with the happiness, you're responsible for your own happiness. Because if you're thinking, if this person only changes this way, then I'll be happy. That's not good thinking. That's not a good expectation. That's an unreasonable expectation. So people don't change by and large unless they absolutely have to. And this is coming from an alcoholic who didn't want to stop until he absolutely had to. And, I did make a profound change, but it was, I went kicking and screaming, as many of you did too. So, but I did change and it did happen. I'm not saying it can't happen, it won't happen, but it's very unlikely and you shouldn't expect others to change for you. That's it. You should not expect others to change for you. So then that's number 4. Number 5 is, don't take this the wrong way, but you're really not that important. Now, I say that, and I believe actually you are important as a human being. I value you as a human being and as an individual and as somebody who is probably fine and nice and all that. But the point isn't that I'm devaluing you. What I'm saying is don't think you are the center of the universe, okay? People aren't thinking about you all the time. They're not talking about you all the time, good or bad. You're just not that important. They're just not, this is also important. Like if you screw up and you make an idiot out of yourself or you say the wrong thing and you say, how could I say that? Most people won't remember any of it. They don't remember, they don't care. You'll remember it. I remember things from grade school that I said and I feel cringy about. And it's just the way we are. But the reality is nobody remembers it. They probably don't remember me at all in grade school, right? But, so our memories are still there. But the reality is we're just not that important. We're not as important as we think we are to other people. Of course there's exceptions with your spouse and your parents and all those. Yeah. You're very, very important to them. That's not really who I'm talking about. I'm talking about, the guy at work or somebody at a meeting or somebody, anywhere, neighbor, whatever. You're just not really that important. And you know what? You kind of don't want to be either. It's better to be sort of, I used to have a friend at work and for years and years, he always fly under the radar. You don't want to be a focus. And when I was drinking, I didn't want to be a focus either. So anyway, that's the 5th was you're really not that important. And now number 6 is, and don't take this the wrong way, but you're going to know it's true anyway. You're a deeply flawed person. I am a deeply flawed person. If I don't think I am, that's a flaw. I make mistakes all the time. I have character defects. I have pride. I say the wrong things because I think I'm right and all that. And I will argue when I shouldn't. And I'm wrong often, and I make mistakes often. If you listen to my audio now, you probably can detect some grammatical errors that I'm making, or some sort of something I'm saying that could be said better. So we are all flawed. We make mistakes all the time, all day long, and that's just the way we are. And you know what? So is everybody else. You're just like everybody else. They're all flawed too. So give them a break and give yourself a break. If you're not perfect, you're never going to be perfect. You rarely do anything perfect. They even say, in AA, the only thing perfectly you can do is not drink today. And that's true. But the truth is you're going to make mistakes, and you're flawed, and you're going to be, you're just never going to do perfect. Okay. So get over that, and nobody else is too. So get over them. They make a mistake. They're just like you. They made a mistake. So it's a good way to think of other people as just, we're all kind of screwed up, and we're all just trying to do our best, and we just don't want to hurt each other. Okay. So that's what was I saying? That was number 7. No, that was number 6. No, I'm out of 1, 2. So it's unreasonable expectation. You're really not that important. So that's 6. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. So, because I only want to do 3 at a time. See, screwed up. Thought there was the next one coming, but it isn't. That's 6. And, so we did those 3 things. That's number 6 on the list. There'll be more coming, and I hope you have a really good day.